Hi, everyone. I'm here with my
Hi.
favorite people, my favorite co-teachers. And this week we thought we'd start with a video of the three of us together up in front of the classroom, in front of our rooms, wherever we are.
Our different classroom slash living rooms.
Bedrooms.
Yeah.
Really cold bedrooms.
So we're going to go through what we're going to work on this week. And so I'm going to start by sharing my screen so that you can see.
Oh, there it is.
All right, so this week is the week of April 20th through the 24th, and the assignment this week is going to be about something that everybody is living through right now, and that is COVID-19.
Which I may or may not have had last week.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know.
She was a little under the weather.
I was very sick, but I'm much better now.
That's what matters.
Exactly.
So Ms. Clay's going to talk about what you're going to do this week, starting off.
So the first thing you are going to do is we are going to have 3 articles for you about COVID. And for each one, you're going to read and you're going to be highlighting some information from the text and then letting us know what you read about. So here's an example.
Okay, so these 3 texts will be on Google Classroom. This is the first one, so there's some questions that you'll answer.
Oh, okay, so yeah, you have to, before you read it, there's some questions for you, okay? And then you read the article and you're going to highlight. For example, you're going to highlight in green 3 key facts or really important facts that you read in this article. Highlight 2 details in yellow that make you feel hopeful and informed, good things, okay? And then in blue, you're going to highlight any questions or things that you find confusing in that article, okay? So you're going to highlight 3 different things. And there's your first article. We are also going to have, for those of you who need it, a read aloud of the article as well that you can choose. Okay, so there's going to be 3 of these articles. You're going to have before reading questions, you're going to have highlighting, and you're going to have after reading. Okay, make sense? All right.
Okay, back to the slides.
Again, it's very important that you read those instructions on each article very carefully before you read the article to make sure you're looking for the right stuff. We're not going to be there to do it for you, but you can do it.
And then the next thing we're going to do is after you've read those texts, you're going to make a public service announcement. So we're using something called Flipgrid, and you're going to make a little video of yourself just informing the public of what you've learned from these videos. So from these articles. So you're going to give the information to your audience about COVID-19 that you've learned.
Awesome. And so on the next slide, we have some ideas about what you might want to put into your video. So some good ideas for how to make a public service announcement. You could talk about the do's and don'ts relating to COVID or living with COVID or
staying safe.
Yes, that's exactly what I was looking for.
I'm there to help you.
You could also act out a skit. So you could put together a little skit of how to stay safe with COVID, maybe people getting in your personal space, things like that. You could use posters. We love those ones where they write everything out on paper and they kind of like hold up the one paper and then they get the next paper and it like sort of, you have to read through them. Those are kind of fun. Or you could demonstrate how to properly do something. There's lots of things that people need to know how to do correctly right now when it comes to COVID-19. So what could you think of based on the reading that you've read or things you've seen on the news that you could properly demonstrate?
Excellent.
All right. So Ms. Clay's going to talk about, we've mentioned this Flipgrid thing. So what world is Flipgrid?
Well, some of you may have used Flipgrid a couple times for some other classes. I know Mrs. Todd did an optional Flipgrid thing, but we will have a code for you that will be right here on Google Classroom. And when you click on that, it will take you to Flipgrid. And this is what it looks like. You may have to sign in. If you do, sign in with Google. Okay, you may have to type in your email. I think it's already in there, but just in case.
Make sure it's your Talawanda.
Right, yes, always use your Talawanda email for schoolwork anyway. So this is what you will see once you get into our Flipgrid topic. Okay, and this is kind of a little recap of what Mrs. Jackson just talked about, just some ideas about your public service announcement. And if you continue to scroll down, you will see a big, giant green X or plus. It's a plus because this is why we teach math and not, ELA and not math. And Miss Mendelson is going to have an example in here of her video once you guys get here. We haven't done it yet, but.
And that will be located right up here. You'll see a picture of her face and everything to click on.
Yes. And it will probably say one response, and it will be Ms. Mendelson's response. So when it's time for you to make your video, you just click on that plus and it will record your video. And when you're happy with your video, you can just, I can't remember what the word is when it's done, but it'll tell you when to save your video, and it will post right there and we will be able to see it.
Yeah, and all the videos will come to us first, so we'll view them to make sure that they are on topic and what we're looking for.
And appropriate, because we have to be appropriate.
Yep, and once they're good, we'll go ahead and post them, and then you guys will be able to see them. Cool thing, as the videos pop up, you guys will be able to like people's videos. If you find one that you think is really cool, you can like it. When you're making your videos, another thing that's kind of fun is that you can add some little selfie stickers and emojis and things like that. So you'll be able to play around with that once you get in there. So, in a nutshell, this is what you're going to do for the week. You're going to read 3 articles on COVID-19, pull away some good information, and make a PSA, public service announcement, that you're going to post right here on Flipgrid.
It'll be fun, and we can't wait to see them.
No, they're going to be so fun. We're excited to watch them.
Yes, we are.
All right. So that is it for this week. Hopefully.
As always, if you need help or you have any questions, please let us know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we are here to help.
And don't forget, we'll be having our weekly team meetings on Google Meet, 9 o'clock, or not 9 o'clock, in the morning on Wednesdays, 9:30 for a couple of my classes, 10:30 for the other classes. So good time for question and answers.
Right. And you can get there just by going to Google Classroom, and it'll be right there.
Right. And emailing, we try to respond quick, like Miss Clay said, with the emails too.
Right.
So hoping.
Yes, don't stress.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, still keeping our fingers crossed that we will get back to school this year. But in the meantime, glad you got to see our faces.
Yeah, we can't wait to see yours.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.